What a beautiful video. Without further ado, let's welcome Yasmine Charles.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. Welcome back to Living
Thank
757.
you so much. Yeah, the last time I was here, I was actually in the kitchen with Patricia.
I know. Because you're a chef.
Yes, I am. Yes, I
So,
am.
when did you write the book? Because that had to have been somewhere in between, right?
Well, it happened somewhere in between. I really literally started writing it when I was in the military. And so over time during the pandemic, I was able to really just kind of put it all together. And here we are, The Cost of the American Dream.
Yes.
Yes.
And your book is a chef's story, and it's about trauma
Yes.
and overcoming adversity.
Correct, correct.
So what inspired the title of your book?
You know what? The great actress Viola Davis once said, "No one can become great unless it costs you something." And it cost me something to be who I am today. I've had the pleasure of working with the former governor of Virginia, Mr. McAuliffe. I've introduced him, and he has told me, "Yasmine, you are such an amazing person." And I've had so many other people tell me the same thing.
Right.
But I realized folks are looking at the after photo of my life. Oftentimes they don't look at what happened to us before.
Right.
And so it cost me a great deal to be who I am today. I have been beaten. I've experienced deportation at the hands of the adults who were responsible for me when I was a young girl. I've experienced homelessness veterans. I slept in my car during college. And despite all of these things, you know, I was able to kind of rise above all these things, and here I am today.
Right.
So, yes, so here we are.
So what made you want to take all of the adversity you've been through and all of these struggles in your life and make them into a memoir?
Good question, because I know that there are so many other people out there who are just like me. My book is really, it's a tool for those of us who grew up feeling unseen, unheard. If you grew up in a family who always made you feel like you were less than, this is the book for you. It's also a wonderful tool, teaching tool for those of us who grew up in blended families, because oftentimes it takes that unit about 2 years to become a functioning unit.
Right.
And so oftentimes when parents are divorced, the children are caught up in the middle if they don't have the tools on how to protect the children. So this is a book for blended families on what not to do to the children, because I went through a lot of trauma growing up.
And a lot of times that trauma comes from kind of generational
Absolutely.
trauma.
For sure.
So do you have advice for any women out there who are watching who are trying to break the cycle?
Yeah, first of all, it begins with awareness. We have to become aware of what happened to us. A couple of years ago, Oprah wrote a book entitled What Happened to You. So we cannot heal what we don't understand, right?
Right.
And so therapy for me has allowed me to use my pain into purpose, transform it into purpose, and to use my setbacks into my superpower. So that's what I would say to you. And it's especially to women. One of the things I would say to you is, first of all, buy yourself some flowers, right?
Yes.
Buy yourself flowers and believe that you deserve a life worthy of respect and love and beauty. So number one, again, just get the help that you need, because if you grew up in a family where people were told you all your life that you were ugly, that you were never going to be anything, this is all you know. And so it's going to take a professional to help you rewire the brain's neuroplasticity, so you can begin to think of yourself differently, and you can rise above all of that trauma.
And for the record,
Yes.
those people were wrong because you are gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Why do you think it's important to be transparent about mental health?
There's no shame in that, because this is one thing I know for sure. Oftentimes when our parents mistreat us, it's because they learned it from their parents, right? And so what we went through growing up is often generational. So this is why it's important for you and I to go to therapy and seek help. So there's no shame in going to say, you know what, I need some help. And that's what my therapy had allowed me to, become who I am today, because of her.
I am super transparent about my mental health stuff too, so
absolutely.
Amen.
And you know what, to me, going to a therapist is like going to the dentist. You know, every couple of months now and then we all need to, get a little checkup.
Some mental health maintenance.
Exactly.
Quickly, where can people find more information and get your book?
Yes, so you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and I'm also on YouTube. I have a cooking show on YouTube. And because to me, I truly believe that self-care starts with, having a healthy diet.
Yep.
And so you can find me on YouTube, again, Facebook and Instagram.
Amazing. Well, Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing your story. It's been a
Ashley,
pleasure.
thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.